Hi, my name is Barb Sawyers, and I am the author of Write Like You Talk, Only Better. Stories convince audience in a way that statistics, helpful points, or any other technique just can't do, because stories grab people's attention, they help people relate to you, and they get to the heart of the matter. Joseph Campbell was an academic who wrote The Hero's Journey. As far as he is concerned, we have been telling the same stories with the same archetypes, with the same plot lines since the first mythologies right up to the modern-day Star Wars series. And he defined the hero's journey as having 22 different steps in it. The first step is a departure, leaving what you know, sailing off. The story begins. The second part are trials that reveal the hero's true character, not telling us what the hero is like, but showing us. And the third part are more trials and tribulations that are going to take the hero back home, help him resolve the problem, give you a happy ending, or otherwise end your story. The other really important part about the hero's journey is you're not the hero. Your client is the hero. So you're going to talk about a hero that your client can really identify with. Pixar has a really wonderful formula for telling stories, and it's once upon a time, every day, until one day. And because of this, that happened. And because of that, that happened. And so on. Until finally. I think we can learn an awful lot about stories by watching television, especially crime dramas like Law and Order. In fact, the structure that they use in Law and Order, you can notice that in pretty much any crime story on television. They open with a nice little scene where you get to meet the victim and you get to care about the victim. And then you watch the victim die. After that, they cut to commercial, and they have to make sure that you come back after the commercial. Michael Katz, I think, is a really excellent example for anyone who's a business consultant. There's a conflict. The conflict gets resolved, and then he tells you lessons, and he's very specific about what these lessons are. You can't possibly miss the point. And yeah, often those lessons might relate to something that he's selling, so it's a good formula. I have 4 main takeaways that I like to leave people with. The first is make sure you're telling a story, a good story, a hero's journey. But you are not the hero. You are the mentor. The second point I like to make is use a simple structure, just like Pixar does. Stick to that simple structure, and you can tell your story very clearly and very compellingly. But you have to begin with a conflict. You can't waste a lot of time getting in. Or busy people these days, they won't stick around for the rest of your story. And I think my final point is use personal anecdotes from your own life that are going to make the point that you want to make.